Thank you very much, Shane Beach, the public address announcer here at Bartell's Roy Gymnasium. John Arter and Tom Kendra ready to bring you game 2. The Jayhawk men's team winning a close one, 78-77, up at Mount Pleasant against Mid-Michigan on Wednesday to win their 6th game in a row, Tom.
Yes, you're right, John. 6 in a row for the MCC men. We had a thrilling first game. The women winning by 4 points over Lake Michigan. We expect another great game here between two very good teams.
There's the tip, controlled by Muskegon. Josh Smith, Stuckey on the near wing. Pass into Smith, back out to Stuckey, 15 on the shot clock. Diaz, three-point shot is good! Nice start for the Jayhawks.
Always nice to hit that first shot of the game, John.
Dion Gatson to Hall. Hall will leave it there for Smith. Smith guarded there by Kirkland. Gatson down low. Nice block there by Mahan. Good anticipation. Stuckey, corner, Diaz off the iron. Hall with the rebound.
Miguel Mahan, 6'7" from Baldwin. Great length there with a block shot.
Baseline jumper in and out, but the putback is good by Gatson.
John, you mentioned that 1-point win for the Jayhawks on Wednesday up at Mount Pleasant. The Jayhawks, I talked to Coach Booth about that. They were actually up by 8 points with 2 minutes to go and just barely survived, but very happy to get their 6th win in a row.
They're able to hold on and show some composure. There's a rebound there by Malik Hill. Hall, excuse me. Now along the near side, Smith. In the far corner. 3-point shot does not go. Rebounded by Diaz. Diaz, little flip over there to Kirkland. Kirkland puts it up, no. Battle for the rebound. Hall wins that battle. Smith. Bounce pass in. Rossler puts it in.
This Redhawks team, John, has good height. 6 players that are over 6'4". They don't have any of the real big trees, but a lot of overall team height.
Here's a turnover. Gatson pulls up. The jumper is good. Redhawks make them pay for a lazy pass by the Jayhawks in the offensive set.
Jayhawks open with a quick 3 for
There's
Diaz.
Another steal.
6 in a row now for the Redhawks.
Gatson off the back of the iron. Stuckey with a rebound. Stuckey has his shot blocked. Rossler will leave it there for Smith. Ahead to Nix. Top of the key. Shot by Smith doesn't go. A whistle. Foul on Daryl Kirkland. Smith makes good on the first free throw.
Great opportunity today here, John, for the Jayhawks. Winner of this game takes sole possession of 2nd place in the league. If the Jayhawks are able to win, then next week, Ancilla, the 1st place team, would come into town,
Yes, that will
setting
be
up a really big matchup.
Yes, it will. So back-to-back weekends. 3 weekends in a row. We'll have great games here. This is the 2nd of the 3. As you mentioned, Ancilla coming into town next week. Kirkland, 3-point shot is good. Jayhawks living by the 3, Kirkland and Diaz.
We mentioned the Jayhawks have won 6 games in a row overall, also 3 in a row at home, doing a good job taking care of the home court advantage.
Stuckey, looked like there was a little hold back there in the backcourt. Smith drives the lane, puts it up and in. We have a whistle. Basket good by Smith. And we have a foul on Hall. That's his first foul.
couple of good possessions there, John, for the Jayhawks. Daryl Kirkland with a nice three, and that time Smith for an old-fashioned three-point play.
And they convert. Jayhawks take the lead. Gatson. Hall, top of the key. Nix, far wing. 8 on the shot clock. From behind the arc. Ball went out of bounds. It's Jayhawk ball. Didn't need to save that one. He was there, but the ball bounced out of bounds after the shot. 16 minutes to go here in the first half. Smith, three-point shot, doesn't go. Ball's tipped. And saving it there was Smith, but he stepped on the baseline. Jayhawk ball. Pass out to Smith. Stuckey. Jayhawks set up their play. Diaz. Smith, little head fake. Reverse layup, doesn't go. Smith with a rebound. Nix. Baseline drive. Uses the glass, doesn't go. Stuckey with a rebound. Stuckey may be called for the offensive foul. He is.
Yes, good call by the official and good call by John Arter there. He was a Lake Michigan player and had good position. Stuckey has to just stop there and make the pass without running over the defender.
Smith to Hall. In the corner, Nix for three. Stuckey. Diaz kicks it back out to Kirkland. Kirkland off the iron. Gatson. Kirkland commits his second foul. He'll get a seat on the bench as Mulder checks in with everybody but the scorer's table. And we have a timeout. Mulder will now have a chance to check in. 14:40 left to go. It's a 2-point lead for Lake Michigan. John Arter and Tom Kendra back here at Bartels Roy Gymnasium. Tom Kendra putting his 7-0 unblemished record on the line here, going after game number 8 here, as he's been my color analyst.
Yeah, it's been a great start for Tom Kendra.
Yes, it has.
I hate to take too much credit for it, but
maybe success has many
just a
fathers.
coincidence.
Success has many fathers. There's the rebound there by Mulder. Now Smith. Ball knocked out of his hands, and he's the last man to touch it. Johnny Parker checks in for the Red Hawks.
We've mentioned several times, John, the different constructions of these MCC teams. The women's team have all but 2 of their players are from Muskegon County. Here the men, they just have 2 players from Muskegon County, Daryl Kirkland from Muskegon and Aaron Vile from Fruitport. Everyone else is from all corners of the state.
3-point shot is good by Gatson.
Got players from Detroit, Lansing, Grand Rapids, Saginaw.
Stuckey is fouled.
But they're all starting to come together for these Jayhawks they've won 6 in a row after starting 3-8.
Gatson commits his first foul. Mulder inbound to Stuckey. Reminiscent of the women's game Matos had to sit down most of the game, and now Kirkland for the men's team had 2 fouls, so he won't see much more of the first half. Mulder, 3-point shot, long off the back of the iron. Gatson. Smith. Nix. 3-point shot is good for Nix. Hits his second tray. Just like that, it's an 8-point lead, and there's a turnover. A little sloppy here by the Jayhawks. Nix uses the glass.
You're right, John. Very sloppy by the Jayhawks, and great shooting by Lake Michigan. They're making everything, and the result is a 10-point lead.
3-point shot, a long one. That was a pro 3-pointer that did not go.
Not much by way of a half-court offense for the Jayhawks so far.
Smith makes them pay with a tray on the near side, and Coach Booth needs a timeout. 12:56 left to go here in the first half. A 13-point lead for Lake Michigan, 22-9. John Arter, Tom Kendra back at Bartels Rody. We're privy to be right near the Jayhawk bench, and we could hear Coach Booth letting his players know, hey, it's now, you better start playing, or you're going to continue to get worse and worse here. We need to get it together.
Yeah, he pretty much told them we're not doing anything well. We're not playing offense. We're not playing defense. We're not communicating. We're not moving the ball. So let's see if they start picking up a few of those things here.
Diaz, 3-point shot is good. Sergio is, as he knocks down a tray right out of the timeout.
Funny how a little good shooting will change everything in the game of basketball.
Yes. Nix. 3-point shot off the iron. Bucamore. Smith. Man-to-man defense by Lake Michigan. Diaz once again for 3. It's good! Back-to-back trays by Sergio Diaz.
Diaz, a 6'3" sophomore out of Grand Rapids Union, red hot here in the first half.
Now Nix. Checked by Diaz. They leave it there for Razzler. 6 on the shot clock. There's a drive. No, doesn't go, but the putback is good. Nobody had a body on Parker, and he scores.
You're right, no block out there, John. An easy putback for Parker. Back to a 9-point lead.
Now Smith on the far wing. Cross-court pass. Mahan. Back out to Mulder. Top of the key is Kirkland, who's back in the game, and he answers with a 3. That's his second tray of the game. He has 2. Diaz has 3 trays.
Much better ball movement that time for the Jayhawks, and their half-court offense resulted in a good-looking 3-point bucket by Kirkland.
A 9-2 run by the Jayhawks, and that one is short, goes out of bounds. Jayhawk ball. Nice 9-2 run since that timeout.
All right, and a chance to add more to it here with the Jayhawk possession.
On the baseline, in and out. What a nice offensive board. No, another offensive board. Putback doesn't go, but there's the foul. That foul's on Bucamore, his first, team's third. Going to the line will be John Ivory, who just got into the game.
Good aggressive crashing of the offensive boards, John. 2 offensive rebounds. Second one results in free throws.
Ivory misses on the first. Ivory misses them both. Smith. Razzler. Razzler with 4. Kirkland. Diaz. In and out. Parker with a rebound. He leaves it there for Smith. Mulder ahead to Kirkland. Kirkland leans in, draws a foul, and makes the bucket. Nice offensive move there by Daryl Kirkland.
Daryl Kirkland, a 6'3" sophomore out of Muskegon High School. He's so strong, John. When he goes to the basket, he got walloped pretty good there, but he's strong enough to stay in the air.
Yes.
Complete the shot, and now he gets a chance at a three-point play.
Kirkland makes good on the free throw, has 9 here in the first half, and matches Sergio Diaz, who has 9 on 3 trays.
Kirkland and Diaz leading the Jayhawks here, 18 of their 21 points.
Bukamore, checked by Stuckey. Check that, that's Gatson. Gatson, top of the key. Off the iron, a little short on that. Mulder with a rebound. Ball's tipped away from behind. Mulder gets the ball, and they lose it a second time. Nice block! That was Diaz with that nice block. Good anticipation. Now Smith, far wing, three-point shot, up high, and we have a foul. Diaz called for the foul. That's his first, team's fourth.
You know, John, people around town should really come out and check out these Jayhawks. You can see a block like that by Diaz. The athletic ability of some of these players in this league is outstanding. Well, really great basketball.
Well, Tom, will the people in the area be able to afford the price of a ticket here?
Well, that's the best part of all. Free admission here at Bartels Road. Bring the whole family.
That's right. Come and see some great collegiate basketball. Very competitive, very athletic, as you said, Tom. There's Diaz with the rebound. Check that. That was John Ivory with a rebound. Now Mulder leans in. No. One shot and done. Cross-court pass. Gatson to Williams. Ooh. Stuckey was nearly in the passing lane, and Dukeshire had to hold up. 8:30 left to go, first half. A travel. Joe Popeil with the call. Joe Popeil's a veteran official, does a great job here with basketball. He's been here many, many times over the years.
Yeah, he sure has. From Spring Lake, I believe. Is that right?
Yes, Joe Popeil. Mulder, top of the key. Kicks it back out. Mr. Diaz. Three-point shot doesn't go. Diaz with a rebound, drives baseline, and draws the foul. Fouls on Parker, Johnny Parker. That's their fifth foul of the game, and Parker's first. Diaz at the line. Diaz in double figures with that shot. He has 10. Mahan checks in for Smith. Diaz makes them both. Good concentration.
Yes, you're right. It does get dead quiet in here, doesn't it? When those Jayhawks shoot free throws, it's almost too quiet.
Yes. Now Williams. Checked by Diaz. Leaves it there for Gatson. Gatson, turn around. Using the backboard is Parker. Mulder double teamed at the midcourt line. Gets the ball cross court over to Diaz, and he'll leave it there for Stuckey.
Lake Michigan coach Jeremy Schaefer going with a little half-court trap there. Tried to turn the ball over.
Stuckey's shot is in and out. Gatson with the rebound. Parker, nearly a double dribble. Nothing called. Far wing. Williams. Cuts across the lane. And Mayhem with a board. Seven minutes left. Oh, an unforced error. Lack of concentration on the near side, and it is a turnover for the Jayhawks.
Those are the type of turnovers that'll drive you crazy, just sort of careless.
Right.
And ball goes back to Lake Michigan.
Getson across the timeline, picked up there by Stuckey. Bucamore, it's good. Adrian's first point. Diaz for three.
Nobody comes out on Sergio Diaz. He says, I'll take that. Thank you very much.
Yes. Three-point shot, in and out. Offensive board there by Dukeshire. Now Nix. Gatson. Top of the key, Gatson. Three-point shot is good.
Lake Michigan is a very good outside shooting team. You need to get a hand in the face of these guys or they will knock it down.
Smith from the free throw line. In and out. Oh! Going for the jam was Diaz and just missed it. Travel on Gatson. Turnover, Jayhawk ball.
Much like the women's game, John, the MCC men have trailed most of the game.
Yes.
The MCC women trailed all the way till the very end.
Yes.
When they finally were able to pull ahead and get a 4-point win. Let's see if this game follows that same formula.
Stuckey to Diaz, passes on the tray. Now Diaz is open for the tray, and he hits it.
That's 4 threes for him, isn't it, John?
Yes. 5 threes.
5 threes.
Yes.
Wow. Sergio Diaz putting on
Nice
a show.
anticipation by Diaz. Cuts in the passing lane and gives the slam. Diaz with 19 points here in the first half.
Putting on a show. The sophomore out of Grand Rapids Union brings the Jayhawks to within 2.
And a pass into the interior creates a foul on Smith. It's only his first, team's fourth.
That steal and breakaway roundhouse dunk there by Sergio
Yes.
Diaz, that brought the Jayhawk bench all on their feet and really has energized the team here. We're back to potentially
Yes.
tying up this game, maybe taking the lead.
Even 5 minutes left to go in the half. There's a move by Hall, a little fake pass, and give and go. He kept it and slammed it. Stuckey has the ball taken away.
So much for that.
Gatson, high off the glass. It's good. 6-point lead for the Redhawks. Mahan for three. Off the back of the iron. Gatson with a rebound. Nix. Smith. Smith working on Stuckey. Follow-up doesn't go. The third follow-up does go for Hall.
I tell you, John, basketball is a game of streaks. The MCC was within 2, and then you have a defensive lapse, a turnover, and a bad shot, and all of a sudden we're down by 8.
Diaz. Gatson with a rebound. Quickly ahead to Smith. Smith. He was picked up by Mulder. Hall. High archer doesn't go. Rebound Mulder. Smith. Mahan back out to Smith. Smith puts it up. High arcer off the back of the iron. Smith trying to get his 3-shot going. It's just not happening today. All able to get the ball out to the outside. Now Nix in and out. Stuckey with a rebound. Stuckey, little bounce pass. Mulder, baseline. One-hand push shot. Doesn't go. Hall will leave it there for Smith. Under 3 minutes to go in the half.
Key for the Jayhawks is to get someone other than Sergio Diaz going. He's got 19 of our 31 points. He needs some help.
Kirkland has 9, so that's 28 points with 2 people.
Okay.
You're right, though. Sergio does need some help there. Mulder is fouled. Foul's on Nix. That's his first. Team 6th.
I've always said in basketball, the best way to get yourself going if nothing's happening is be aggressive and take it to the basket like Mulder did right there. You get rewarded with free throws.
Dillon makes good on the first free throw. Kirkland checks in for Diaz, who gets a well-deserved break. Mulder makes them both. A spin move. Easy bucket there from Malik Hall. Mulder. Smith with a rebound. Too far. Pass intended for Gavin Rossler. It's a turnover. A 2-minute warning.
Yep,
2 minutes left.
Critical 2 minutes here. Jayhawks down by 8. We don't want to see the lead go into double digits. We'd like to maybe cut it in half down to about 4.
Kirkland on the near wing. Kirkland driving baseline, reverse layup. He traveled along the baseline, a turnover.
Nice move, but couldn't really see there. They said Daryl Kirkland took one too many steps.
Now Rossler. Gatson. Smith off the iron. Offensive board by Nix. Putback is good.
Nobody going to the glass there, John, for the Jayhawks.
Nice drive. Stuckey gets his first points of the game.
Yeah, Stuckey's been very quiet. He needs to get going.
Rossler, little spin move, little hook shot off the glass is good.
Wow. Nifty move there by Gavin Rossler. 6'5" sophomore from Niles.
Stuckey. Three-point shot is good.
Just like I said, it's Lake Michigan making the run. They're up to a 13-point lead.
And now Gatson puts it up high. Rossler unable to finish. Backcourt foul. Blocking foul will be on Nix. .24 seconds left in the half. It's a 13-point lead for Lake Michigan. Yeah. Being the 7th foul, he'll go to the line, Tom.
Yes, he will. Yeah, we mentioned, with 2 minutes left, the Jayhawks were down by 8. We said, okay, let's put together a little run. Instead, it's been the Redhawks adding 5 points to that lead, now up 13.
Stuckey makes good.
There's a big difference mentally, John, going into halftime. If you're down single digits or double digits, it just seems like a much bigger amount, even though it's only a couple points sometime.
Stuckey only makes one. Shot clock is off. Lake Michigan will more than likely just hold on to the last shot. Smith, 6 seconds left. Now Rossler, three-point shot off the back of the iron. Offensive board there by Gatson, and he hits it at the buzzer. Dion Gatson gets the offensive board. He gets up in the air and puts it back for the shot at the buzzer. And we're at halftime here at Bartels Rody. Our score is Lake Michigan 50 and Muskegon 36. You're watching Jayhawk basketball right here on MCC TV. We're at halftime here at Bartels Rody Gymnasium. The Jayhawks find themselves on the downside of a 50-36 game, down by 14. Our halftime guest is Anthony Crump, the assistant coach of the Jayhawks. And Coach, the Jayhawks were within 2 or 3 points right there at about the 8 minutes to go mark, and then Lake Michigan really went on a run and really took control.
Oh yeah, they took control, giving up a lot of extra opportunities. So we got 14 second chance points, and we're down 14.
Yes, and for the Jayhawks, there's basically been 2 players out of the 36 points. You have Diaz with 19 and Kirkland with 9. There's 28 of the 36 points. Jayhawks need to maybe move it around a little bit more.
Yeah, we can just get more focus in the play set and the play sets, and just get in the rhythm of playing. Right now we're kind of timid and not so much as focused, so should have a different outcome of this second half.
Need to get a little more aggressive on there. You mentioned the points in the paint, 24-8 in favor of Lake Michigan, and also on turnovers, 13-9. They have a small edge on turnovers, but where that really shows is on rebounds. They've really been on the boards. They lead 27-17, so they've been on the paint.
Yes, 27-17, and then those 14 points come from them seven layups, which we're down right now. So get to put a body on somebody and get a rebound and get back to getting one stop at a time. So get down there, just like I said last week, and get one stop at a time, one shot up, get a rebound, close out the possession with one shot. We should be all right.
Yes, Coach Booth called a timeout early. They got out to a quick start, 22-9. They got out to that fast start, and after that timeout, he told the team, "Hey, let's get together, let's start playing." And it led to a 9-2 run, and the Jayhawks were right back into it. But the Jayhawks know how to put it together. You're on a 6-game winning streak. Yeah. In fact, you were on the road up in Mount Pleasant. You held on for a 1-point lead. It's always tough to win on the road, so this team does have chemistry.
Yes, we have to have that chemistry, man. We have the 6-game win streak, as you said. It's chemistry's going up, so we just have to just get back to getting one shot stop, and then we'll be able to come back and close out a possession with a rebound. So,
and one thing they need to be cognizant about is that Lake Michigan here in the first half, they've showed some pretty balanced scoring, so it's not like you can really key on 1 or 2 people. So those are some of the things as far as getting aggressive and any other things that the Jayhawks are going to try to do that you talked about at halftime.
Different game plan. I can't say it right now, but we watched a lot of film on them, so we know what guys can do what and what can't. So we got to a little change of a plan downstairs.
Well, I'm pretty sure Lake Michigan doesn't have their ears on. It's okay to let us know. You know, their radio station is all the way down to the other end of the court, so you can give us a few little hints as far as what the Jayhawks might do to get things rolling.
A little more aggressive on defense. Look, we got to get back. Actually, they get a lot of easy, fast break points. That's how they score points. So it's kind of a mirror image of us. Very fast, very athletic. So we just get back and contest shots and close out on the people that we know can shoot. And let the other guys play their game and see how the outcome with that will be.
Right, and Diaz was on his game, as we mentioned, 19 points. He had 5 threes. His shot was falling. Some of the other guys that shoot threes, they weren't off by very much. And if they get rolling, the Jayhawks could get healthy in a hurry.
Yeah. We get to get the other guys on the same page as Diaz. Diaz is always hot. He walks in practice hot. So.
Oh, yeah, he's playing really hot. You can really see it. He feels it. So you feed the fire. When someone like that is hot, you feed the fire.
Yeah, Serge is definitely always hot. So the second half should be a lot better. See what outcome of this
There you go, Coach. Well, thank you very much for joining us, and good luck here in the second half against Lake Michigan. Down by 14, but there's 20 full minutes. That's a long time of basketball.
That's a long time. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. That's Anthony Crump, the assistant coach of the Jayhawk basketball team, joining us here at halftime. As we get set to start the second half, my partner Tom Kendra joins us, and Lake Michigan will inbound on the near side.
It looked like you had a nice long interview there, John. You guys were laughing and having a good time.
Yes.
That's good to see.
Yes, we got a chance to. I'm sure that wasn't the case down in the locker room.
Yeah.
So Lake Michigan gets the ball. Coach Crump was saying they need to get a little more aggressive, focus on things, and try to control the boards a little better. But Malik Hall gets things started for Lake Michigan to start the second half.
Yeah, you're right. This start of the second half, critical for the Jayhawks. They've got to cut into this deficit.
On the far wing, Stuckey gets in the paint, kicks it back out. Diaz. And the offensive board and putback is good by Kirkland. Cross court pass. Nix leaves it for Smith. Now in the corner, Rossler for three. Shot doesn't go. And an offensive board by Hall. There was 3 Jayhawks right around him, and Hall comes up with a rebound. Reverse layup is good by Smith.
Yeah, you look at the difference in the first half, really shooting 47% for Lake Michigan, just 31% for MCC.
Rebound by Gatson. Gatson working his way through traffic, and his pass is stolen by Kirkland. Good quick hands, and Kirkland's pass goes out of bounds, and it was tipped by a Red Hawk. Looked like he threw it right out of bounds, but it was tipped by a Red Hawk, making it go off at a different angle.
Yeah, with kind of maybe a lucky break there for the Jayhawks. A little out of control on that break, but we'll take it.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will. Kirkland inbound. Diaz in the corner. Off the back of the iron. Gatson. Gatson, top of the key's good.
We're going in the wrong direction here, John. That 14-point halftime lead is now up to 18.
18 points. Stuckey on the near wing. 3-point shot. Misses the rim. Now Smith gets his man up in the air. He clears him and drains a 3. .1 lead. Coach Booth lets him play. Kirkland have a whistle. Gatson called for his second foul.
You know, looking at the stat sheet here, the Jayhawks had a 27-17 edge on the boards in the first half. Part of that is because the Red Hawks didn't miss many shots.
Yes. Kirkland inbound. Now Diaz, 3-point shot off the iron. He's lost that golden touch. He felt pretty good in that first half. He's missed a couple here in the second half. Long 3-point try is rebounded by Stuckey along the near side. Stuckey puts the shot up. No. The tip. No. And we have a whistle as we have a Jayhawk down there on the floor. Stuckey.
Yeah, Stuckey missed that layup, John, and then he was just covering himself, trying not to get stepped on.
That was true. He was seeing size 13 and size 14 shoes coming at him.
That's right. A little smile on his face. He feels better now.
Yes. Now Smith makes good on the first free throw. Mulder checks in for Stuckey. Smith gets them both.
Lake Michigan in no hurry here, John. Walking the ball up the court, and why not with a 19-point lead. The clock, they want to milk that clock as much as they can each time now.
17 minutes is a long time, and then all of a sudden you could push away your momentum if you take too much time. Now Diaz with a nice rebound. Kirkland leans in, draws the foul. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Yes, MCC in much more of a hurry, and good
Yes.
strategy there. Kirkland aggressive to the basket and get a chance to go to the free throw line and cut into the lead while the clock is stopped.
Yes. Perfect. Kirkland a little short. He'll still get a second shot. He has 11 points for the game. He splits the pair. Gatson leans in. Boy, when you lower that shoulder, be called for an offensive foul, but there's the shot by Hall. No, whistle under the basket. And we have a foul against Lake Michigan.
Yeah, I like that. The officials letting them play there. Dion Gatson and Kirkland going at it pretty good, but officials just let them play, and the Jayhawks end up with the ball.
Malik Hall, he commits his 3rd foul. He's still in the game. There's a nice drive. No, but the putback is good by Mahan.
Mahan, the tallest of the Jayhawks, 6'7", sophomore out of Baldwin High School.
Now Smith. Rassler. Smith puts it in. Kirkland. Offensive foul on Kirkland. No, check that. Mahan. Mahan picks up that foul. That's his first.
I don't know about that one, John.
Yes.
I didn't see that.
I didn't either.
Jayhawks can't afford to trade baskets at this point in the game.
No.
They need defensive stops, and they need to go on a little offensive run.
Nice reach in there by Smith. Diaz. Kirkland. Kirkland is fouled. He'll go line to shoot 2. And that foul's on James Smith. That's his 3rd. Becomes the 2nd Red Hawk with 3 fouls.
Basketball's a funny game, John. Sergio Diaz couldn't do anything wrong in the first half, 19 points, and now he can't buy a bucket.
Yeah. He says we didn't need that 20-minute intermission.
That's right.
Off. Kirkland makes both free throws. Now Smith. Smith. 3-point shot is rebounded by Rosler. A fortuitous bounce, and Rosler was right there, and Lake Michigan calls a timeout. 15-11 left to go. A 16-point lead. 61-45 for Lake Michigan. Lake Michigan to inbound. Shot partially blocked, but it's tipped out right there to Nix. Nix double team. And Lake Michigan calls a timeout as the pressure was on. A double team on Nix. And Lake Michigan calls a timeout, 15:04. With 15:04 left on the clock, Tom, there's plenty of time. That's like an eternity to come back. You're down by 16, but you need to maybe do it in stages. You don't have to get it all back at once, you know, for next 5 minutes, get maybe 6 points or so, cut into the lead. And
well, that's a good way to look at it, is to, you know, cut it into 5-minute segments. And at that last timeout, that's what Jimmy Booth was telling his players. Hey, we're fine. You know, let's get it down to 10, maybe under double digits, and then let's go on a little run and steal this game.
So 15 on the shot clock here. Jayhawks throwing a zone at Lake Michigan. Pass in down low, kicks it out top. 5 on the shot clock, and they throw it all up out of bounds. Turnover.
Yeah, that's Gatson thought, hey, let's do a little alley-oop here, but he wasn't on the same page with his interior man there, and the result is a turnover.
Daryl Kirkland, checked by Smith. There's a pass to Diaz. Diaz on the baseline, kicks it back out. Kirkland controls the ball before it goes over midcourt. Kirkland leans in, no. Ball goes out of bounds off Muskegon. Now Redhawks on the offensive end. Here's Smith. Smith draws the foul. That'll be on Diaz, his second foul. Smith at the line. Makes good on the first.
Once again, the Jayhawks 6-game winning streak, 3-game home winning streak, both in jeopardy here.
Yes.
Down 17 points with a little over 14 minutes to go, but it's not over yet, John Arter.
No, it isn't. Smith makes both as Stuckey checks in for Diaz. Kirkland. Ball's tipped, no. Rebounded by Hall. Hall may have got a finger in the eye inadvertently. Now Smith. Stuckey with a rebound. Now Stuckey. Ball goes out of bounds. Lake Michigan touched it.
MCC playing a lot of one-on-one basketball here on offense. They're not really working the half-court offense like they need to.
Right.
Sort of pushing the panic button almost.
In and out. Smith. Nice rebound there by Ivory. A little frustration on Coach Booth, wanting them to pass the ball instead of one person taking it the length every time.
Yeah, that's what we're seeing. We're not seeing a lot of passing, not a lot of ball movement. Just a lot of one guy taking it to the basket.
There's the tip. Nice by Kirkland. Kirkland lays it up and in.
Let's see if that sparks us, John. A nice steal by Daryl Kirkland out of Muskegon High School. Takes it the length for a bucket. 16-point lead.
There's the board by Smith. Now Smith passes the ball to Stuckey. Mulder lays it up and in, and he's fouled. Nice job by Dylan Mulder. Cuts across the lane, puts it in off the glass, and gets fouled by Parker.
Dylan Mulder is our 6'3" sophomore that comes to us all the way from Deerfield Beach, Florida. Spending the winter with us up here at Bartels Road Gymnasium.
And he completes the three-point play.
maybe this is the run we've been waiting for, John, out of the Jayhawks.
Lead is down to 13 now. Rosler lays it in. Ball goes out of bounds. Touched by Lake Michigan. Kirkland to trigger it in. Smith. In and out. Nice offensive board by Kirkland, and Kirkland draws the foul. A little bit of who-me look by Parker, but it's still his third foul.
Just good aggressive work there by Kirkland, grabbing the rebound, taking it up strong.
Yes.
Like I said, when you get to the free throw line, you can cut into a lead and not run the clock.
Yep. Ooh.
But you got to make the free throws.
Yes, you do.
Otherwise, that theory doesn't work.
That's right. The clock stops, but you're not cutting. Kirkland splits the pair. He has 17 for the game. Gatson. Bounce pass in down low. In and out. Jayhawks with the ball. Kirkland. Cross court pass to Diaz. Diaz slashes towards the lane. Shot doesn't go. And it is last touched by Lake Michigan. Officials get together and say the ball did not hit the rim, so 16 seconds left on the shot clock. Stuckey inbounds to Diaz. Diaz is now watched closely when he's behind the line. Oh, a nice pass. Right down low, and Kirkland converts. What a nice look.
Yeah, Kirkland is he's a guard for the Jayhawks, but this second half he's sliding. He's playing almost exclusively inside, using his muscle to
nice defense
score.
by the Jayhawks. Diaz down court, kicks it over. Smith in and out. Now Kirkland again. Oh my goodness, he's got 21 points. Daryl Kirkland, and Lake Michigan wants to call a timeout right now. The last 5 minutes, they have not had an answer for Daryl Kirkland.
No, he scores again, and we're back to a 10-point game. We're right back in it, John.
11-12 left to go in the game. It is a 10-point game, 65-55, Lake Michigan. Jayhawk basketball here at Bartell's Roy Gymnasium. Thank you to the MCC crew. Eric Taylor giving us all those shots from the camera. Rod Van Nordwick up in the booth, working his magic, our director and producer. Lake Michigan with the ball. 11 minutes left. Gatson, Rosler, three-point shot is good.
Wow. You know, Jayhawks trailed by 14 at halftime. Then the lead grew to as high as 21. Jayhawks just got it down to 10, but that three-point shooting.
Kirkland. Parker with the ball. Gatson. Rosler again, feeling the three. He nails back-to-back trays. Boy, all that hard work by Kirkland and the Jayhawks. Back up to 16.
And a turnover by the Jayhawks. That's telling you, back-to-back three-pointers there by Gavin Rosler, the pride of Niles High School. Those were killers, John.
Yes.
Jayhawks not helping by turning it over on this end.
Now Lake Michigan. Saxton. Offensive board by Parker. Ball back to Parker. Good job there by Strucky. And loose ball picked up there by Bucamore. Good hands, but Lake Michigan maintains possession. Rosler, he's been killing the Jayhawks in the last couple minutes. Lake Michigan out hustling Muskegon right to the ball.
No question about it there. And they maintain possession here.
Red Hawks, the inbound on the near side. Saxton, pass down low. Kick it out, and another three. Duke Shearer this time gets his first points of the game. It's 19 now, the lead.
3 straight threes by Lake Michigan. It went from 10 to 19.
In the corner, there's a three by Mulder.
Stops the bleeding.
Hall, baseline. Rosler hits the three, and Daryl Kirkland slaps hands with him. Chance for the 4-point play.
Wow, Gavin Rassler is just almost single-handedly perhaps shooting Lake Michigan to a victory here. 3 3-pointers in the last, minute and a half by Gavin Rassler.
Timeout, Muskegon, 8:52 left to go, 77-58. After the timeout, Rassler goes to the charity stripe with a chance to complete the rare 4-point play. In and out. It's just a three. But that three is damaging. Kirkland. We have a whistle. Bucamore called for his second foul. Kirkland goes the line to shoot 2. Kirkland good on the first free throw. Kirkland makes them both. Pass ahead to Rosler. Rosler has a man down low. Hall. Reverse layup is good, and he draws the foul.
Jayhawks come out with pressure that time, John. Full court pressure. Lake Michigan breaks it, and they make the Jayhawks pay. But, you got to do something when you're down 17 points with time running down.
8:37 left. Hall at the line. And he sinks his free throw.
A 20-point lead.
Stuckey. Little drive, draws the foul. Bucamore commits his third foul.
As good as the Jayhawks have been this year, John, one of the weaknesses, we're not a real strong three-point shooting team. And in the second half here, that's really been the difference. Lake Michigan really hot from behind the arc, and when they're scoring 3 and we're scoring 2, we can't catch up.
Mr. Rosler scored 11 points here in the second half, most of them by the 3. Stuckey nails both free throws. Jayhawks extend the pressure back in the backcourt. Now a double team on the near side. Jump ball. Possession arrow, Jayhawks.
All right, nice job of the pressure and the trap there. Results in a tie-up and a change of possession.
Stuckey leans in, little one-on-one, and he draws the whistle. Saxton commits his first foul. Stuckey at the line.
For a while it was Kirkland, the guy breaking him down. Now Stuckey's getting his turn to
Yes.
drive to the basket. And
Misses on the first. Splits the pair. Pass over to Hall. Hall leans in, puts it in. Diaz on the near side. Gives it back to Stuckey. Stuckey drives. Shot is blocked. Here comes Lake Michigan. Hall. Ball's tipped away. Stuckey gets the steal. Quickly ahead now. An errant pass is stolen. Rosler.
hey, he missed one, John.
It's been a while. Reverse layup doesn't go. Technical called as Coach Jimmy Booth a little frustrated here. Felt the Lake Michigan player hit the backboard, which is against the rules.
You might have a point there, John. Daryl Kirkland, the reverse layup. You know, while the ball was on the glass, the Lake Michigan player slaps the backboard, shaking it.
Yes.
The ball doesn't go in. Well, maybe that's the reason why.
Smith to shoot the technical. He misses the first. And he makes the second.
Back to a 20-point lead, John. This might be like Paul Simon saying slip sliding away here.
Yes.
Got to do something and do something in a hurry.
Lake Michigan inbounds on the near side. Saxton over to Gatson. Saxton underneath the basket puts it in. There's a drive. And a drive by Stuckey. We have a whistle. Hall called for his fourth foul.
That looked like a little payback call there, John.
Yeah.
That was a clean block. But we'll take it.
Stuckey to shoot two. Stuckey good on the first. Stuckey makes both. Smith. Three-point shot doesn't go. Stuckey the other way. Takes it to the hole and puts it in. Oh, a nice block from behind. Jayhawk ball. Ball goes off the foot of a Lake Michigan player.
Sergio Diaz is only 6'3", but he can jump out of the gym.
He sure can. Now Kirkland on the near wing. He's checked there by Smith. Kirkland drives, left hand layup, doesn't go. Dukeshire with the rebound. Saxton. Stuckey. Puts up a tray. No. And Gatson puts it in. Coach Booth wants a timeout. 5:47 left to go in the game. A 20-point lead for Lake Michigan. 87-67. John Arter and Tom Kendra here at Bartels Road. Tom, the Jayhawks have a 6-game winning streak. Boy, it sure is hard to keep that streak going up at this level, keep that focus. Never say die. It's a 20-point lead, but boy, it's hard to keep that level up.
Yes, it's hard, game after game after game. Timeout there by Jimmy Booth, with 6 minutes to go, saying this is our last gasp here, one last run.
And Saxton goes down. Players got tangled up down there, and the Diaz will be called for the foul. Looked like the legs got tied up down there. He went down on the ground and they had to call something, and Diaz was forcing the action. Saxton, a little head fake, trying to drive baseline. Now Smith, rebounded by Smith. Stuckey gives it back to Diaz. Diaz lays it in off the glass and is fouled.
Great look there by DeQuavion Stuckey to his high school teammate, Sergio Diaz. Diaz takes it in for the bucket and a chance for three.
First points of the second half here for Diaz. Long pass ahead. Deshire passes, kicks it back out. Boy, it looked like there was a wetness on the floor. It didn't seem like Diaz touched him at all, but the officials are much closer.
You're exactly right, John. I didn't think there was any contact there at all. He just slipped.
Yes.
Really should have been a traveling call, but Lake Michigan, at least that time, bailed out by the officials.
Parker at the line. First shot goes through, so he'll get the second shot.
Everything going the Red Hawks' way
Yes.
there, John. That shot by Parker, that was, I don't know how that thing bounced through the basket, but somehow it did.
He splits the pair. Turnaround jumper doesn't go. Parker with a rebound. Stuckey called for his second foul. Gatson to shoot the 1-and-1. Makes the first. In and out. Stuckey. Drive doesn't go. And the foul up slam is good by Smith. And there's a steal in the backcourt, and then there's a foul. Foul's on Gatson. Kirkland at the line. Makes good on the first.
Jayhawks showing a little bit of life there, but Jimmy Booth is getting some of his reserves into the game, maybe as a little bit of a white flag coming out here.
Yes. And he makes them both. Pass down low, and it's stolen away. Smith. Ball saved, now Smith. Back to Kirkland. Diaz. And timeout, 4:15 left. Lake Michigan to inbound. This last minute has taken about 20 minutes to get done. Our time clock keeper here at the scorer's table, Johnny Leonard, doing a great job. Keeping track of every second. Pass ahead, Saxton. Pass down low. Get his man up in the air, put it up and in is Hall.
That snaps a 6-0 run by the Jayhawks. Pushes the lead back up to 16.
Diaz knocks down another tray, and we got a timeout. 3:53 left. A 13-point lead for Lake Michigan. 3:53 left to go in regulation. Jayhawks pressure in the backcourt. Saxton will pull it back out. Now Rosler. Nix. Rosler, three-point shot. No, it doesn't go. The offensive rebound and putback is good by Hall.
That's a killer offensive rebound and putback there.
Travel is called on Kirkland. Lake Michigan ball. Saxton. There's the steal by Stuckey. Mulder. Too strong on the three-point shot. Hit the top of the backboard.
Yeah, he said the ball hit the support. It's automatically going the other way.
Again, Jayhawks put that pressure in the backcourt. Rassler, ball's knocked down, but chasing it down was Nix. Ball is tipped again. This time the Jayhawks come away with it. Mulder lays it in. Pass down to Hall. Hall gets the jam. 2:49 left. Diaz, Smith, short on the three-point shot. Ball's
Helter
knocked
Skelter.
around. Yes, it is. Now Smith gets the steal. Kirkland, three-point shot, a little bit short as it was partially blocked. Now Rassler in the backcourt. Out to Saxton, a little 3-on-1. And an alley-oop is good by Hall.
Beautiful alley-oop from Saxton to Hall. Might be the exclamation point, John.
With 2:10 left, we have a foul on Lake Michigan. James Smith commits his fifth foul. He'll finish with 15 points tonight.
And now Coach Jimmy Booth going to the bench. It looks like he's going to concede this one. Just Jayhawks just dug themselves too big of a deficit, John.
Yes.
And when it looked like they were making a comeback, the three-point shooting of Lake Michigan really proved to be the difference.
Gavin Rassler was really answering the bell here in the second half with those three-point shots that you're talking about. Little frustration, or not little, quite a bit of frustration on the Jayhawk bench. And Kirkland hits the second. And Lake Michigan does the same. They empty their bench. These players that practice with a team night in and night out, they deserve to get their chance to get out here when the game's not, when it's not in doubt. Get them out there, get them some experience.
Oh, no question about it. Yep. This game is, you're not going to come back from a 17-point deficit in 2 minutes.
There's the steal. Kirkland drives the lane, puts it up and in. Now Meyer, double teamed in the backcourt. And we have a foul in the backcourt. Kirkland commits his fourth foul. Luke Meyer at the line. Luke makes good on the first free throw. Luke, a freshman out of Stevensville Lakeshore, down there along 31 and 196.
Yeah, Lake Michigan College located in Benton Harbor. Most of their roster from the southwest corner of the state.
Meyer with a rebound, not only gets points, gets rebounds. Williams. Pass too far ahead, it's Jayhawk ball.
Yes, it's going to be Lake Michigan that assumes control of second place in the conference. The Jayhawks were hoping to take over sole possession of that spot and then get a shot at Ancilla next Saturday, but they just ran out of steam a little bit. Like you said, they've won 6 in a row. It's hard to keep bringing maximum effort game after game after game, and Jayhawks were a little flat today.
Now Kirkland kicks it back out, little drive to the bucket. That doesn't go. Shot was by Cameron Boatman. And Dukeshire puts in the bucket.
The Redhawks go over the century mark there with that bucket. 101 points. They've come into Bartels Road and hit the century mark on us, John.
Kirkland draws the foul. Kyle Williams called on the foul.
You know, Daryl Kirkland and Sergio Diaz both with the great games today.
Yeah.
Can't really, not many other Jayhawks really stood out. Got to get some more guys involved.
Kirkland good. 29 points. Make it 30. Ball goes off the Jayhawks. Still Red Hawk ball. Now Meyer. Ball is stolen away. And stolen back. Moore. Kirkland.
Playing out the time here now,
Yep.
John.
Williams, back to Meyer. And Johnny Parker scores, and he's fouled. Cameron Boltman called for the foul. Shot clock is off.
MCC will try to bounce back this Wednesday, John, at Jackson.
Yes.
And the men will try to bounce back. The women will try to keep their hot streak going.
Yes. Kirkland goes in for the jam right at the buzzer. He'll finish with 32. But still, the Redhawks come by and win up here at Bartels Roadie, 105-86. The Redhawks are now 7-1 in conference play, 11-8 overall, while the Jayhawks dropped their first game in 7 games. They had a 6-game winning streak. They're now 6-2. Tom, we've talked about it a few times here. It's tough to keep that edge up in this level of play.
Well, that's right, and I think today it finally caught up to the Jayhawks. That, and sometimes it's as simple as just shooting the basketball. Lake Michigan from the very start, much better shooting than the Jayhawks, and that ended up proving to be the difference in the game.
The Jayhawk women's team winning 74-68 to keep pace in first place in a very exciting game against Lake Michigan. The men losing the nightcap. Both teams will be going down to Jackson this Wednesday to take on Jackson College. But we'll be back here at Bartels Roadie Gymnasium next Saturday, the 3rd, as Ancilla College will be here. So plan on being out here or watching the game on MCC TV. Tom and I want to thank that crew doing a great job. Eric Taylor, what a great, superb job you're doing on the camera up there, giving us the great shots, all under the direction of Rod Van Nordwick in the booth. For my partner, Tom Kendra, this is John Otter. So thanking you for joining us for Jayhawk basketball. Good night, everybody. See you on the 3rd.